Hello, my hosts, and welcome to another Timberborn stream. Today we are continuing with our timbering and building up our colony, hopefully to go over the 250 people limit. So let's get into that. Right now. Hold on. Not quite right now, we're just going to wait for the game to load. Right. There we go. Alright, there. Take a little bit of time. Oh. Okay, here we are. Now we currently got about 229 adult beavers and 41, so when they grow up, we'll go over the limit and unlock that achievement. I'm going to have to look into other achievements that we could get. I'm just going to fire up. Why isn't... I want to fire up Steam for a moment. Look at what next we can do achievement-wise for Timberborn. Okay. Powerborn, okay, 250. 500. Zipline combined length of a kilometre. 10,000 HP using that. Okay. Alright. Got that. I'm getting up to 500 beavers as well. Okay, I got myself a new source. Chestnuts over here. I think those are chestnuts. Yes, they are. Gatherer, so they will solve that chestnut shortage. I'm running low on maple syrup. Alright. This is our primary source of maple syrup. We might need to grab more to make up for demand. Okay. Also thinking about starting to get water into other places. have a water dump over here. And have that for our maples. That's sort of an idea. This is another large area. Ah! Ah! I'm not terribly good. I've just put a lot of time into it. That's all. And, I'm still not good enough to play it on hard mode, for example. Oh, yes. Ah! You'd already died in a death loop. Yeah. That is remarkably possible. Now, I haven't used these before. Let's see. Hopefully that will just fill that up. And if it does that, then we can start building some farms over here, probably for the maple syrup. Let's see how it works. Okay. Well, that makes that nice, at least. Now we have... Let's go Forester. Gatherer. Big cake like that. And we're going to go... maple all over that. Like that. There. That's going to be our new maple supply. And yeah, I know you're got nothing to do, but fine. Got chestnuts coming in. The next thing low on supplies. Cattail roots. We need to make all of this for cattails. It would require us to fill it in somewhat. find somewhere else to flood. Either way, that would require a whole lot of dirt. Both options? Okay. We've got to build a dirt digger sooner or later anyway. So let's go. I think it's under landscaping, dirt excavator. Let's stick you. Stick you there. Okay. Alright. And we're going to connect it up to the... Let's just go down. I have to connect that up to power at some point. Like that. Put in some pipes. Ah, explosions. That's a good sign. Push that button by mistake. Right. We need more tunnels. There. Now. We will stick a power line down through here. Like that. But tunnel up there, that's weird. Let's make sure that they do. Perfection. Ah, there was a slight delay because it was difficult to reach. Okay. And hopefully we're running into problems. Yeah, we need power for that. We'll get power soon. Oh, they did that. Silliness. Just make sure that they build it in the right order. Right. Out like there. Yeah, you're waiting for your maples to grow up. Hold on, we don't need that there. Okay. A power shaft. Also, you we can get rid of. Right, and then vertical gears. Okay. Storage. Pick a large pile there. Okay. And you are set to store dirt. Alright. Let's continue with the logic. Set you to dirt. Or you dirt. Copy that relay there. Power relay and dirt. Call you power times dirt. Then have you automated on power times dirt. Good. Now, this area here, let's destroy those two. Bridge across there. Keep that access up. Next thing we're going to do is demolish this here. Like that. Because we are going to fill this area in. Where is our... okay. Terrain block. Unlock that. Oh. Gotta remember the... this shows what order that they'll be built in. Okay. Have a space. Go like this. Idea. So we're going to have an underlay of water here. Right. Not sure if this is the best way to do it, but it is a way to do it. Kind of saves us on terrain blocks. Alright. I think that's as... that's the max reach of the... Alright. So like that. Let's... aquatic farmhouse. Trying to squeeze it in somewhere neatly. Hopefully there's fine. Okay. So the one thing we're low on is the cattail roots. as things expand, we will... Yeah. Expand that out. Yeah, we're waiting on the dirt. Oh, 66%. Alright. Flooded building? How's this become flooded? It's me. Can't be me filling in there because that's not... It's not that overflowing. Don't know why that area sometimes floods. Is that open yet? Alrighty. Oh. There we go. A bit of maple syrup in it. Just waiting on maple syrup. Okay. Hold on. Did I put the wrong thing here? No, I put a trapper's hut. And that's getting pine. But the one over where the... You are wrong. Let's replace you. The Tapper's Shack. That covers... That covers most of it. Cool. Okay. And that means that that part doesn't need to have trees on it. Okay. Oh no, that's not what I wanted. I wanted... that. Okay. Alright. That's a bit better. Just need those to mature. Alright. Water storage. I am thinking we probably need another pump. Let's clear that area because obviously it's not being planted. Why can't we stick you down there? Yes. Right, okay. Oh. Got a bad tide coming in. Let's up the urgency of this construction. And also the amount of water we store. There it goes. There we go. Alright. Okay, it's being built out. That's good to see. Let's... What's the size of this? How far is the range of this thing? That's out to there. Okay. That means we don't really have to build that. Okay. That's nice. That will do us well. Yes, I am an Australian. There it goes. Ah. Good evening, Snow. Good to see you. We've hit and exceeded the 250 beaver count. And at the moment, I'm trying to ensure that we're going to have enough water and other resources as we grow our population. There it goes. Yeah, water is pretty low. I've built my I'm building myself. Where are we? Another pump and another water storage. Apparently we're going to get more graphs in the future of the game. So looking at long-term trends will be easier, which will be nice. Yeah. 11 new statistics. And also I saw you can do, with the new new patch, you can actually have pipe-like pumps, which will be cool. So you can actually pressure from underneath into your reservoirs, which will be quite neat for a lot of these things that we've been doing. Is there a hole there? No. Yeah. Spattercock growing up. Hopefully this will not as be... Jump there. Just like to see the sort of trend lines of this water. It's creeping up or down. Ah. Compact mechanical pump. Looks interesting to be able to push water. Yeah. Other thing I noticed... Ah, cool. It's going up. Other thing I noticed that was cool was the impermeable power lines, power shafts. Yeah. Also filling this area in for greater spattercock production, or cattail, sorry. There it goes. Okay, another bad tide. Yeah. Fruit, yeah, it's much easy. Oh, oh. Ah, so that's how people get contaminated early in the thing. That overflows just when it's starting. Okay. Oh, we can do something about that. I'm going to have to be very careful when I do this. There he goes. Yep, that's what I was thinking. Go like that. I am really enjoying, oops, how versatile those angle thingies are. Spiral stairs? Yeah. Okay, what's lacking goods? The bakery. Yeah, that the maple syrup. Sure, is it? Yeah, it's the maple syrup shortage. That's why we built this second maple syrup up by here. It's gonna take a bit before that kicks in. Oh, stranded? How did you get yourself there? I mean, at least you're not as bad as the characters from Oxygen Not Included, who seem extremely talented at getting themselves stranded. Okay. They will be rescued in time. Yep, cattails are coming out. Our maple spirits got about a month until the... Oh, actually, hold on. Yeah. Got a while until that kicks in. I think we're still behind on pumpage, though. So... like that. We'll stick a new pump in there. You can kind of extend it along that way. This is a pretty large reservoir of water. This drains out pretty quick. I might build that higher later on. Right, and more cattails for you. Yep, that's all in the range. Cool. Oh, you still stranded? Let's up the urgency of that make sure that that gets built. How's the water? Oh, water in the main storage is good. Water in supplemental storage is still concerning. Alright. I guess should up the urgency of that. Level 2. So it gets prioritized after them building this out. Ah, cool. That's got itself fixed. Okay. That. We're going to do careful stuff removal. Okay. Like that. Just make sure it doesn't indicate anything gets recovered, which means that it's safe-ish. Ah, cool, we can put a path across the top of that. There. These are all sort of long-term projects. So it doesn't matter until the start of the next bad tide. Alright, hold on. Let's get that in place. Alright. And I should do my stretches. Just give me a second. And we're back. These last 2 days I got well and truly nerd sniped and ended up writing myself a rather badly written, and I'll admit that, shift, what is it? push/shift style XML parser in Rust. I'm starting to get a lot more familiarity with Rust and understanding how it behaves. So at least that's a thing. You are full. Ah. Okay. Not done. It's not a bad language. It took a while for me to get used to the borrow checker. And it doesn't feel as opinionated as Go does, which is a good thing in my humble opinion. And hence is a lot better with other paradigms rather than its native one. There it goes. Yeah. That's useful from an integration perspective. Yeah. I mean, it does require you to reason about memory and ownership of memory, especially if you're looking to do a FFI type stuff. But honestly, for both security and resource management, that is something you should be doing anyway. What are you? Oh, you're drying out. Okay. There it goes. Yeah. Like that full of water there. Curious why this dries out so quickly. Ah, because there's not much water behind it. Guess we could bring it up to that level. That's a long time thing. Building these water. Yeah. Okay. Careful. Don't want to demolish critical infrastructure. That needs to be thicker. There it goes. How are we? Okay. We're low on planks. But more water's coming in. How's our water tower going? Water tower's good. Okay. Construction lack. Materials, that's the planks. That's fine. How is the Spattercock? It's halfway there. Cool. Whoa, living on a prayer. Tiny little bit of contamination in that water. I think partially from overflow and other stuff. Okay. You can see the surge as things shift across. And this time it didn't overflow. That's great. Blocked by bad water? Ah, yeah. House. Ah, there's a tiny bit of bad water contamination in there. That's worrisome. But it's got to get flushed out. Let's fine-tune this sensor. So set to 1. Okay. Actually put that contamination sensor over there. That would be better. Gonna get a couple of complaints, I imagine. Let's move this path across. Demolish. There, and then fluid dump. Your large water pump. Really, it's right next to my stream gauge. Okay. Let's do you there. Okay. Set you for that contamination sensor. So it will just wash out the last of it. Good. Okay. Now, we're going to get more water. What's this? Still low on the maple syrup. Chestnut trees are still low. Both of those have long lead times in production. So I can understand why we're having problems there. That's waiting on logs. Or planks to be precise. aqueduct is coming along nicely. All right. Oh. That's an interesting... Oh, that's where we dump out that water. Okay. That makes sense. Well, oak. You are our chestnuts. Ah, we got some mature ones. Good. Should see more chestnuts in our supply process. How's the maple syrup coming along here? None of the trees are big enough yet. Okay. Get rid of that. I might as well start building this out. So, oh, okay, that's a limitation. If I pick something up using B, hi, Awesome Pie! Doing quite well, thanks. Right. There it goes. Going to be increasing the height of this one. Are our... How have you been? I hope you've been well. I've been quite good. Learning myself a bit of Rust. Ah. You've been bored. Oh. At least means you have time to work on more engaging pursuits. Like that. that level. Alright. Flood buildings? I don't know why these things keep flooding. I guess it's some sort of surge effect as things stabilize. Oh. Alrighty. Go. Bridge. Bridge. And one last bridge. Okay. That will be done. Could think about sticking a supply of wood locally. How would we do that? Let's get rid of that. That and that. Do a path through here. Large pile. There. Request. Logs. Keep on pushing that button rather than the flip button. There it goes. Alright. There. Which... yeah, it's still low on the maple syrup. How's our... just getting... more concerned concerning. Do I need to have these set? Idea. Let's go here. And throttling valves. Like that. Path through there. And a depth sensor. And prioritize all of these to the bejesus. Yeah, okay. See guys down here. Automate on that level sensor. Ah. That's okay. Okay, so you switch on. When you're above 7. Okay. Yeah, we've got the stuff for it, so hopefully that will somewhat mitigate this problem. So we might have to have the sensor higher up. Okay, that's getting built. Okay. How are we for water? 3.1 Ks. So it is increasing. Some of those foods are still in a low status, which is concerning. Got plenty of wheat. we ever need it. That's good to see. Ah, that's been built out as well. Ah. Probably not much use making those things. Okay. Let's cancel that. Okay. Then we can build out the rest of the cattail stuff. Good. Okay. Flower, cattail roots. Okay. Probably need bigger storage space for it now. We've produced more of it. Where is that second water source that we want to dam up? There it is. Okay. Evolving out of there. Right. Yeah, it's all stable actually. Is it because the water's being forced through that choke point? Because that's a lot wider. I think it may well be. Well, if that's the case... we can probably get a channel in there. Yeah. That's not what we wanted. Okay. Like that, and... like that. There's no drop limit yet. Feeling that still stuck around could well be. I think widening that out's going to help somewhat. You see the water floods over here, where it narrows at that end as well. Well, we'll see how that turns out. What confuses me is I don't see much changes ahead of it. But I guess it's valves and stuff kicking in and out. Alright. It's gonna take a bit of time to kick in. We can also stick the depth sensor. This sort of upstream behavior. There, we're going to need to path into it. Is that now reachable? Probably not. Okay. A little bit of scaffolding then. Yeah, that's increasing the flow somewhat. Huh? You stranded? Really? What can we do to help you? Tell you what. Let's say path like that. Okay, that probably will get you rescued. Well, it's at least an escape path. You know, with all the extra workers we have now, we can probably have another builder's hut. There it goes. Gonna up the priority on the construction there. Oh, 2 is stranded? Okay. You... You. Alright. Keep an eye on that. Let's get rid of that. Okay. In... That's going well. How are we for water? Oh, we're getting up there. It's creeping upwards, which is what we want to see. That's... It'll take too long. Hold on. Let's demolish that. There. Max priority. Get those guys rescued. Okay. We have a drought coming up, but we've got plenty of planks. What are you waiting on? Treated plank? Hey. They're all free. Good. Can you not go upstairs? Anybody there? No, cool. Good. There. That's now nice and safe. Water source there's. going to be a while until that's in a useful configuration. What is that new? Okay. We're still getting flooded buildings there. Oh, widening efforts are going on. I think that does actually cause a bit of flooding when the water currents change. But in the long term, it should actually solve our problems. Maple syrup's still a hot commodity. Where's the other? There it is. Okay. Hey, still not getting any maple syrup being generated, which is a concern. Okay. Oh, what is that flooded? Oh. Yeah, why is that flooded? There's... Is there water sloshing over out of there somehow? Is... Ah! Yeah. Also, if wondering if water's getting poured into here and it's... No, we'd get... warnings otherwise. That's nice and stable. Should also stop once it reaches the top automatically. Yeah. Oh. Water's good. Oh, we've got logs and that coming up nicely as well. Drought. Almost immediately the water stops flowing out of there. That's fine. All right. Now, that's going to retain for a while. A little bit over 7 days. I think we've withstanded droughts longer than that, so big concerns are not. Widening projects coming along good. Oh, at least we're not going to get any flooding problems. And if we do, it'll be very weird. Oh, we're going for metal and scrap metal. Plenty of the stuff. Can I go and break anything there? Oh, it's just waiting on that. Just lower in the priority order. That's fine. Now, tunnels down through here. Nice bit of the overhang. Right. Oh, TNT's placed at least. Are you out of range or no? You're just waiting for deliveries. Okay, cool. And I think we've still got, even without power generation. Yeah. Wind turbines are doing heaps of work for us. Good on you. Full supply of dirt. Might even make a mud pit at some point. There we go. All right. Here. See how this is completely dried up now? Which a larger reserve will at least fix. Like these ones don't have the same problem. On. Alright. I think after this drought ends, I might end the stream. Alright. That's fine. Looks like a good print. Yeah. TNT resilience going on. That's been boarded up nicely. Got to make sure that nobody's around when we actually fire those off. There. Oh, it's water. Got plenty of it. Okay. Interesting how we got a nice backlog of those, but since all the workers are working on planting dynamite, that's not being worked on at the moment. Oh, where's that spot? Yep. Here we goes. Actually, our supply of explosives. Ah, we've got plenty of them. Even after putting all of these down. Little concerned about if we blow all this up, will drain our water levels. Shouldn't be too bad. That little lake there, that's a reserve. Drop below that spot. We've got that to keep the water separated so it doesn't fully drain. There. Let's run out of fuel. Okay. I wonder if the music adjusts for the weather. Because this is really laid back. Music. Right. Hey, changes depending on the weather. Excellent! That's good to know my instincts were well placed. Hey, that drawing power from the... No, it's just a tiny bit of power in the network from those spinny things, which I think are called windmills. Well, that's good. Here's the maple syrup. Okay. How's that? How is the maple going here? Hey. We have tappable ones now. And in that building lacks water status. Okay. I'll have to find other places to relax in the last couple of days of the drought. Ah, it's been finished. Cool. Well, that will definitely be ready for the next wet season. Wonder if this world is very sort of monsoonal. Although very fast monsoons, because it's like wet versus dry takes a week. But I guess that's for gameplay reasons. Okay. There should be a lot more flow through there. Not two explosive factories. Oh, yeah, because bad water drought means no bad water as well. Yeah. All right. This is getting built. The whole bridge across the top to act as a crane is a very effective strategy. Right. Yep. What have we got left in here? 3 centimeters. Just gonna do a bit of Right. Well, that's not good. Like that. And a bit of a step down. Dig a trench over here so we can access this water in the lower pond. How's the water in here going? Not here. That bit. Okay. Still plenty of water in there. What are you? 2.21? Okay. We should at least survive this. Yeah, those are drying out. At least we have the TNT. Yeah, at least we have enough TNT in reserve. Oh, that's going to need extract, isn't it? How much extract do we have? None? Eh. Yeah, the single block doesn't, but the tunnel underneath does. Ah. It's okay, we've got, actually do have a pump that has access to water. Cool. Well, we've got a day left of this drought. I'm seeing... Oh, you're still almost full. I guess because you don't have much that draws from you. That's okay. There we go. Oh, wondering why nothing was progressing. Because I had my finger on the pause button. Got that coming along here. Got plenty of planks and logs. Explosive factory. Centrifuge, yeah. Being out of bad water for the first time. Point 3, let's... Point 2, let's go there. Right, where is the... that we were looking at before? That one didn't get done. Drought completed. Okay. Let's just see water flowing back into the system now. Yeah, yeah, you can hear the music pick up almost immediately. Yeah, got water flowing out there. Bad water's flowing into here. Our new reservoir is starting to fill. Yeah, takes a bit of time for that to... There we go. All right. Main water towers filling up. What? Right. Just want to see everything filled up and flowing. And then we'll end the stream. Right. There it goes. You are... That's flowing there. Oh, we can see water flowing through there. Coming down along here. All right. Nice. Ah, this sensor's here too. Cool. have to configure that soon. Jumps onto that one. All right. And it hit that damn core. Okay. That's overflowing in a peculiar way, but the reservoir's not finished. Okay, cool. We can leave it there. Let's get back to my main room. Thank you, everybody, for keeping me company as I play Timberborn. Tomorrow we will be back to playing some Minecraft, and I hope you can join me for that. As always, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you all later. Bye bye!